I continued the yard work on the deck yesterday, maybe some sanding, a little bit of painting, and it just wasn't as bad as I was expecting it to be. I think it's all a mental mindset. If you drink water and you tell yourself you stay in the shade, the 90s aren't so bad.
They're really not. Avoiding the direct sunlight and staying hydrated, two absolutely crucial tips to beating the heat if you're going to be out and about. Now, Kelly, if you're doing that yard work today, odds are pretty good you're going to feel even better out there because temperatures aren't projected to end up as warm, and we'll have that nice south breeze kicking in this afternoon, the Delta breeze on the way. As far as what we're seeing outside this morning, some cloud cover overhead. This is what you're seeing in this live look from the Holly Sugar camera located in Hamilton City, looking to the east across Butte County up into the northern Sierra. A gorgeous hue of pink through those clouds as the sun's starting to get closer to rising over the crest. Temperatures right now hovering in the mid-60s to lower 70s in the valley, 72 still in Redding, 66 for Chico. It's a very mild start to the morning. Odds are pretty good you're going to be fine without the jacket on your way out the door. 50s to mid-60s in the foothills. How about 40s to low 50s in our mountain zones? Now, wind out of the northeast to 10 miles an hour right now in Redding. Winds are going to be shifting, though. So this morning, a little breezy out of the north, especially along I-5 in the North Valley. Winds out of the south, 15 to 20 miles an hour towards your afternoon for those gusts. So that south wind is going to carry in that marine air, the Delta breeze influence. We'll see briefly, locally stronger wind tonight with the threat of thunderstorms around 6 to 8 p.m. Get a look at this, 38-mile-an-hour gust projected for Redding, more than 25 miles an hour for Red Bluff. After that, it looks like the winds are going to be fairly modest and out of the south over the next couple of days, so nothing to write home about. But again, this evening they do pick up, and then Thursday evening they'll pick up again. Satellite and radar showing you some clouds brushing across our region. The green you're seeing here is virga, so that's moisture that's in the atmosphere that's not making its way to the ground. The lower atmosphere, too dry, so as that moisture falls, it just ends up fizzling out before it hits the ground. Low pressure along the west coast is what's driving a bit of a change of pace today, giving us the south winds, leaving us with the threat for some active weather late today into this evening, and getting a look at where we could see some thunderstorm activity today. The best chance is going to be in the northern Sierra and southern Cascades, but we're not out of the woods for the valley. And then tomorrow, that threat of thunderstorms does become more widespread across our region. Your hyperlocal FUTURECAST, some thin clouds at 8 a.m. By noon, it's mostly just sunshine in the valley. For your commute home, we're starting to see those clouds resurging, and get a look at this, some pop-up showers and even a threat of thunderstorms on the way. That does ramp up a little bit further this evening. Red Bluff to Redding, a decent chance for some thunderstorm activity that's going to cause very brief locally heavy rainfall. You can see here, clear skies for early Wednesday. We'll have more thin clouds popping up a little bit here and there. Right now, it doesn't look like much activity tomorrow. And then the chance for some active weather in our mountain zones Thursday. A little chance on Friday as well. Saturday and Sunday, we look to be mostly dry for your Memorial Day weekend. Looks ideal for Memorial Day weekend. Getting a look at how much rain we could see today, maybe a trace in the valley. Looks like we could be seeing up to around 1/10 of an inch or more in some of our higher elevations, and then we'll see maybe 1/3 of an inch in some of our mountain zones heading through late week into this weekend. 80s for the northern mountains today, 70s to low 80s in the Sierra and southern Cascades. Foothills mostly in the 70s, but 80 degrees in Paradise. And if you're in the valley, 90 for Redding and Anderson, but mid to upper 80s for the rest of the valley. 87 degrees for Chico, 88 in Orville. Your Storm Tracker 7-day forecast for your weekend's always in view. The cooling trend ramping up. Mid-80s Wednesday in Chico, upper 70s to low 80s Thursday and Friday, then rebounding into the mid-80s this weekend. Redding out of the 90s tomorrow, upper 80s, low 80s Thursday and Friday. Back to the mid to upper 80s through your Memorial Day weekend. Kelly, mid to upper 80s for Memorial Day weekend, not too shabby.